Hey guys, and welcome back to week 2 of our Journey to the Cross series. In this series, we're looking at a special way of telling stories, and that is a way called godly play. In this way, we use very ordinary objects, pieces of paper, felt, and just a beautiful way of telling stories in order for us to get ready for our journey towards the cross, which is where Easter happens. And so today we look at a parable. Over the series, we'll be looking at parables as stories that Jesus told in order to help people get ready and understand the kingdom of God, which is what he always spoke about. Often, the kingdom of God was the phrase that was used to start and open up a parable. And so today we look at a special parable called the parable of the sower. Once there was someone who did such amazing things and said such wonderful things that people followed him. As they followed him, they heard him speaking about a kingdom. The kingdom was not like one they'd ever lived in. It was not like one they'd ever visited. It was not like a kingdom anyone had ever heard of. So they had to ask him, "What is the kingdom of heaven like?" One day, when they asked him, he said, "The kingdom of heaven is like when a sower, someone who plants seeds, goes out to sow. And as he throws some seeds fell on the path, and the birds of the air came and they ate the seeds that the sower had sown. As the man sowed, some of the seeds fell on the stones, a rocky footpath. And as they fell on the stones, the plants tried to grow, but as they pushed their roots, they were stopped by the rocks, and they could not grow. As the sower continued to sow, some of the seeds fell on a path where there were lots of thorns. The plants could grow, there was enough soil, but as they grew, the thorns would choke them, and the plants would die. They could not grow. And as the sower continued to sow, some of the plants fell on fertile soil. As they fell on fertile soil, they began to grow big and strong, and they had enough nutrients so that these plants could grow a good harvest. There was lots of harvest that was grown in this time. And then the harvest time came, and the grains were harvested and put into bags. And when the harvest was counted, they found that it was 30, 60, 100 times more than the seeds that the sower had sown. I wonder if the sower has a name. I wonder if each of these little birds has a name. I wonder if the sower was happy when they fell on the rocky soil, when the seeds fell on the rocky soil and could not grow. I wonder if the sower was happy when the birds of the air came and ate the seeds. I wonder if the sower was happy when the plants could not grow because they were choked by the thorns. I wonder if he was happy when it produced a harvest 30, 60, and 100 times more than the seeds that he had sown. I wonder who the sower really is. And I wonder how important this story is to us. I wonder which part of this parable you like the best. I wonder which part was the most important. I wonder which part we could take away and still have all the story we need. And I wonder how important this parable is in our journey towards the cross, and what it'll mean as we journey closer towards the cross.